Hello everyone and welcome back to another storytime video. And today I am going to retell a story that I have told 2 or 3 times now, and so this is the third or fourth time that I will be telling it on this channel, and so this is going to be the last time that I'm going to tell this story on this channel, at least for a while. Now, this is the story about the time that I lost a tooth, and never finding it. Now, part of the reason why I guess I have felt the need to tell or retell the story so much over the years is because when I originally told the story, I had a sinus infection that I didn't know that I had until a few days after I uploaded the original, or the story time where I originally told this story. So, I guess I have felt the need to retell it again and again and again and again. And today I'm going to tell it again. But this is going to be the last time that I tell it again for a while. Now, this story happened while I was in the second grade, as you can imagine. You have to be young to lose baby teeth. So, the floors at the school that I went to at the time were kind of marbly. It's kind of hard to describe, but they were kind of like a marble design. Black and white little stones, I guess. If I could describe it the best way that I could. So it's not like a checkerboard pattern. It looked like somebody took a bunch of black and white and a couple other colors in there just to break it up, like a gray. It looks like somebody took a bunch of those stones, tiny stones, about the size of a tooth, coincidentally, and just threw them all together, shaved off the top, and basically made it marble. And that's the best way that I could describe this flooring. Now, back when I was a kid, I remember that I never just liked to pull a tooth out. Like once I felt it start to wiggle, I never liked to just yank that sucker out. I guess because I was afraid of the pain back then, but I say that to say that I was working on this tooth for, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days at this point, like I did practically every tooth back then. So, it was always a matter of when, not if, of course, but I never knew when the tooth would come out. And eventually, in the middle of the day in second grade, the tooth came out, and I think it was the first molar on the right-hand side, if I want to say. I think that's the tooth that I lost. Because I know that it wasn't one of the smaller teeth in the front, and I know it wasn't one of the canine teeth in between the front teeth and the molars. Yeah, back when I was in high school, I wanted to be a dentist, so part of the time when I was in high school, I wanted to be a dentist, so I know a tiny bit about dentistry. But yeah, I think it was the first molar on the right hand side. I know that it was a molar. I believe it was I think it was the first tooth on the right hand side. If it wasn't on the right, of course it was the left. I'm confident that it was the first molar though. Um, but yeah, so um, that sucker came out, and usually the molars, the backside, at least the part closer toward the outside of the gum, towards your mouth, would be the side that came out first. So usually you could get it on its side and closer to the mouth. But at this time, I wasn't doing it with my tongue. Sorry, I guess I need some water. I was also doing it with my fingers, and that's how I lost it. Is I was working on it with my index finger, my thumb, and I don't remember how I dropped it. I guess I was doing something else, and I was just sidetracked. I don't know. I guess I was working on some sort of assignment, trying to write stuff with my right hand, and I guess I was working on it with my left hand, or working on the tooth with my left hand, and I guess I was distracted and lost it. I guess that's how I did it. And I uh, I have been able to remember these details for this video and not the other videos because I have been wanting to retell. Excuse me. I've been wanting to retell the story for a good bit now, and so I was kind of really thinking, I'm like, okay, how did I lose this tooth? Because if I'm going to tell this story for the last time for a while, I want to get all the details that I can possibly remember. Because sometimes your memory is better than other times, which is part of the reason why I even retell stories in the first place. Which I'll get to that in a storytime video eventually, but that's part of the reason, or I think I would have to retell it, but that's part of the reason why I retell stories in the first place, is because sometimes my memory works better than others. And right now my memory is working phenomenally. Or at least my memory has with that story recently. So, because of the way the marble floor was, I couldn't find the tooth after I dropped it, and it's like, yeah, well, it should have just dropped straight down. Well, yes, theoretically, and of course, theoretically means nothing in this regard. I mean, I'm theoretically a physicist, but I'm not an actual physicist. But anyway, yeah, I bring that up to say that just because theoretical doesn't mean that it should happen. Now, so I lost this tooth, of course, and I couldn't find it, but because, and it's because of the marble floor and how it was. I don't know where it dropped. I asked my best friend to help me find it, and together we couldn't find it. And before we couldn't look anymore. And I remember telling my mom when she picked me up from school that I lost this tooth, and that I think I told her that I was hopeful that I could look for it tomorrow. And she said, no, you probably won't be able to find it tomorrow because the janitor will probably um, come sweep and the tooth, uh, they'll sweep up the tooth. Because I think the janitor cleaned that school every single day that there was school. Um, Now, when I say that, somebody is gonna hear that and go, "Really? The janitor only, cleaned when necessary or whatever." No, the janitor cleaned the school every day, like they, I guess, were supposed to, or at least should. And um, so tried to find it a little bit the next day, but just couldn't find it, and then I gave up. And it sucks, man. Um, the tooth fairy could have given me like $1 or 50 cents for that molar, but um, it's the money that I will never have. But I'm not fretting over 50 cents or $1 that I never ever had. I mean, nowadays I could use it with the cost of everything, but that's a different topic for another day. Um, but yeah. So yeah, that's the story about how I lost a tooth and I was never able, or I never found it. So yeah, that's how I lost a tooth and I never found it. Uh, re-re-re or re-retold. Um, so yeah. Um, but yeah, I probably won't retell this story for a while because, like I said, this is the second or third time that I'm retelling it. I have told this story enough. I need to tell other stories that I haven't told before. Um, like in 2 weeks, I'll be talking about the worst roommate that I ever had, and the worst roommate that I will ever have, probably. But yeah, that will do it for me today, though. And so yes, guys, I do believe that will do it for this storytime video and Sonic storytime video. I will see you later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching.